Hi and welcome back to Lynne and Mariusz at Magpie Farm. It's a very cold day today. I think the temperature's around 2 degrees Celsius. So on this week's video, we're super excited to show you so much that have been done this week. The work in the cottage, it is really coming along. There's been a lot of work completed and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Also, we started some prep work for next year with some new raised beds made out of old pallets. Plus, we've started work on the polytunnel, upgrading that. We're also going to start sharing with you some of the plans that we have for Magpie Farm and how we hope to achieve that. So we hope you stick around and we look forward to sharing those plans with you. Well, autumn is most definitely upon us, but there are still some signs of summer. And now let's take a look at the polytunnel and the raised beds. We've also been really busy creating some new raised beds out of pallets. And thanks to Naomi who gave me the inspiration for this. She was showing us a picture on our Facebook group of the raised beds that she'd created. So we thought, why not? So we was able to acquire some old pallets, no cost to us. And basically, here we go. We've got 4 good sized raised beds. Just need to get the earth now to fill them. What a week it's been, and as you can see, even the polytunnel has had some TLC. So basically we're getting this ready to put raised beds, 3 rows of them. So we'll be expanding each row just slightly, basically putting them in situ where they are now, just fetching them back a bit more from the actual walls of the greenhouse. So as soon as we get some more pallets, that job will get done, but it's ready for it. And of course you'll remember we've had 13 new kits born, new young baby rabbits. So let's check in on those and see how they're doing. So let's have a look at June's babies and her adopted babies. All 6 are doing well. There's no problem at all there. I'm really enjoying the pond this morning. We are going to be upgrading the pond for a newer one, but for now, yes, Mr. Cockerel. time where we checked in on that cottage. Let's see what the work has been done so far this week. What a difference a week makes, eh? So the ceilings are now done. The walls are now smoothed out. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the original window here as we were hoping for. So we've had to pop a new window in there. It's not quite finished, but the new window is actually in. The new window over here. So basically the bricks have been taken out on the other side. I don't think we can quite open that yet, can we? No, you can just see straight outside. Let's have a look. Let's explore this and see if we can. Oh, and that's what you got there. But obviously that's going to be replaced. Better push that back in there before I get a row off Mariusz. But ceiling's coming along in here as well. So we think around another week or so, and then we'll be finishing off on a lot of the electrics in here and starting the process of painting and fitting kitchen units and all that sort of fun stuff. But it's certainly coming along. Hopefully it'll all be ready for spring next year. And of course, as soon as we have finished the majority of the work in here and we get it to a good enough area where it's just maybe like a month's work left, then we can move on back to the main house, because we have a major project starting there, and that's the heating system. The radiators have arrived, and we got some people coming down to give us quotes this weekend, and we'll be taking it from there. So hopefully by the end of the month we'll know exactly when the heating is actually going to be popped in, which will be a biggie for us, especially after last year. So now we're going to start sharing with you the plans that we have for the future. We are super excited to do so. So join us as we try some technical bits that we've never tried on a video before, and see where everything is going to go and what some of our future plans are. I hope you enjoy them. Welcome back, and now let's get on with looking at our plans for the future. We're really excited to show you these plans. They've been a long time in the planning stage, so we thought we'd start off with an aerial shot of our little small farm, just to give you a basic idea of what it is we're actually talking about.
As you can see, we have outlined the area of the farm into 4 different sections, first of which is the courtyard where all the buildings are, and then we have backfield, middle field and front field.
And roughly what's the size on that?
Just under 3 acres.
Okay, and let's look at the main courtyard area. This is where all our buildings are, as Mariusz mentioned. So what we've done for reference is to pop them down on there, because a lot of you have seen from previous videos we've said, well, let's have a look at the main house, let's have a look at the cottage, let's have a look where the rabbits are, this is where the hay barn is. But to sort of put in a bit of perspective for you, we thought it'd be great to actually put like a few technical graphics down, if you like. So first of all, starting with the main farmhouse, you can see that's the one with the red roof. That has taken up the majority of our time over the last couple of months, and still continues to do so, and will probably continue to do so for many months more, because the amount of work that just needs doing. But we've done some major projects with that. We've assisted with the roof change on there. We've totally gutted the downstairs and remodeled the downstairs. Tried to keep as many sort of original features as we can. And I think we've showed you a couple of those on previous videos, like the doors and things like that. We're in the process now where we're actually starting the installation of the heating, or soon will be. So moving on from the main house, you'll see on the screen the cottage. Again, that's taking up an enormous amount of time at the moment because we've switched priorities from the main house to the cottage. Primarily because we want to get that cottage ready, up and running, at least before spring next year. And knowing how long things take to do, we know we've got to get a lot of that work done now. We have had some help in to do that, but the majority of the work has been done by myself and Mariusz, especially Mariusz with the things like electric and the majority of the DIY. And you would have seen from this week's update video, there's been significant progress made in there. And we reckon it's probably another month worth of work until we can actually move on to that, because we want to look at options for potential rental out as a holiday let or something for next year, because that will generate a bit of income for the farm. Next up then, you've actually got the main animal barn, and as you can see from the screen, that's sort of split into 3 areas really. We have the pigsty area, which we haven't used yet, and it needs a bit of work, but that could be put back into use as a pigsty. We've then got the cow shed element, which is the middle sort of section of it, and that's where you would have seen on videos where the rabbits actually live in that particular area. That is quite a large area and could easily accommodate a couple of cows if that's what we wanted to do. But we're not looking at going down the route of a cow at this moment in time. And probably not unless it's a very miniature cow anyway. Okay, and then on the end of that animal barn, you have the workshop, or as I refer to it, Mariusz's man cave. I won't be showing you a picture of that. It's not the tidiest, shall we say, but it's very functional from Mariusz's perspective. And I just leave him get on with it, whatever it is he's doing actually in there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's perfect for searching for things, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, and then as you can see on the screen now, or just about now, should be the storage barn. So that's basically split into sort of 2 sections, where you have storage on the one side where we keep all our wood for the winter, and the other side of that then is primarily where the hay is stored. So that's the main outline of the buildings that are actually in sort of the courtyard area. So sort of moving forward then from that, Mariusz is going to talk to you about the backfield and some of the plans that we have for that.
The plan for the backfield is to have goats and to expand chicken and duck area into this field. It's quite a large section and much more than they will actually need, so we're thinking about options for other livestock we could have in this area, like turkeys or maybe even pigs. Although the pig sty is located at the front of the property, one good thing about this area is that we can convert the hay barn into the indoor area for the goats, as we have the rear access. Tell us what you think about these ideas. The goats for dairy and possibly meat are definitely on the cards for this coming spring.
Now on to the middle field. Our plans are going to focus primarily on vegetable growing in this area. We're hoping to grow enough to feed ourselves and possibly look at options for growing livestock food as well. We currently are developing the area and already have a number of the raised beds and no dig beds, plus the polytunnels already there, as many of you would have seen from previous videos. So the plan is we're going to be adding another polytunnel in the spring,
and we're going to be sectioning areas of this into individual parcels. Now the reason we're doing this is the land does need to be regenerated. The land quality, as I've mentioned before, is not very good. So we're going to use like a permaculture type method. So part of what we're doing is going to be fetching the rabbits out of the rabbit area and putting them in rabbit tractors, and possibly doing the same with some chickens as well to help regenerate parcels of those lands. There's some really exciting options coming up in regards to that, and we're going to probably do a specific video just on that area alone. You'll also see we have the kitchen garden there. We primarily focused our area on fruit growing, and that's fruit bushes and some apple trees, and we're going to progress that even further with some further pear trees and other fruit bearing trees and bushes. Also, we're showing you the flower garden at the front. That's just because it's pretty.
For the front field, we have a couple of options. We could use it as an area for the livestock rotation, or use it for pigs, as the pigsty is located nearby. We sort of discounted growing vegetables in this area, as it tends to hold water and can get quite soggy. But we reckon another option could be feed crops. Tell us what you think we could do with this area.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed looking at our plans for the coming year on Magpie Farm. As you can see, we've got quite ambitious plans for quite a lot of the areas. So tell us what you think below in the comments. Do you think those plans are workable? Would you suggest something else for a different particular area? We welcome any and all comments, and we will try to answer any and all queries and comments below. So until next time, from Lynne and from Mariusz, have a great day or a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.